Journey of Agile. Agile is a more of mindset. Leadership. Leadership. Servant leader is shielding the team from impediment, from roadblock, from problem. He is empowering the team. He is encouraging the team. In Agile, we will collect all the requirement and put into the product backlog. Product owner. Product owner is responsible to collect all the requirement. Product owner is responsible to collect all the requirement in form of user story and product put into the product backlog. We will prepare product backlog. User story A, B, C, D, E, F. First, product owner will collect all the requirement in form of user story and put into the product backlog. Once all the user stories are collected, after that product owner will go back to the stakeholder and prioritize that user story using different techniques to prioritize the user story. They will use Moscow, must have, should have, would have, could have, would likely to have. And then they will use also 100 points. They will give 100 points to each stakeholder, and at the end they will check which story have more points, and that story will go to the priority 1. And basically they are prioritizing the user story on high value high risk, high value high risk, and they are using dot voting. They will give a different marker to the stakeholder and say them to put the dot on user story, and at the end they will check which user story have more dot. That user story will go to the number 1 priority, and they will use monopoly money and multi criteria to prioritize the user story. When all the user story prioritized, after that team will come in the sprint planning meeting or sprint 0. Team will give the points to that user story. What is the point? Point is effort required to complete the user story. What is point? Point is effort required to complete the user story. Team will give points to each user's story. They will use different technique to put the point to the user story. And first one is ideal days, ideal hours they are putting to getting the story points. Ideal days, ideal hours, it's mean ideal hour always take a more time as compared to actual work. We will assume a 30 ideal hours. It's mean we are not taking the unofficial calls, or we are not going to the washroom, we are not taking the food. It's mean we actually plan to fail. And then they will use affinity estimation. Affinity estimation. What is affinity estimation? Affinity estimation is a more of relative estimation. More of relative estimation. We will use a t-shirt sizing. This is the small t-shirt size, and this is a small user story. This is medium user story. This is large. This is XL, and this is double XL. We will compare the user story. We will compare the user story. Large user story will take more time as compared to the small user story or medium user story. Same go for XL and double XL. This is the FNT estimation technique. And other one we are using uh, Fibonacci series. What is Fibonacci series? 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5. In Fibonacci series, if the user story are increasing, the effort in is increasing in incremental way. Effort are increasing in incremental way, not a sequential or linear ways. So using these technique, team will give the story point to user story. For example, team says they will do a 15 story point in one sprint. 15 team, this is the team should estimate the user story. Team will decide how much point they will do in the one sprint. How much point they will do in one sprint. For example, they will do 15 story point in one sprint. It will user story A will take 8 story point, then this will take a 12 story point, this will take a 4 story point, and D will take 3, this will take 5, and this will F will take 10 story point. So we will take first one user story A 8 story point, then we cannot take B because this have more story point and team will not complete during the sprint. In sprint, always in Agile there is 100% of work. Always there is always in 100% work in Agile. There is nothing off work or 99% of the work or 98% of the work. There is nothing. Agile is always 100% work. So 8, then we go user story C 8 plus 4 12. Then we will take D 3 story point, and this is our complete story point 15. A, C and D. In first sprint they will complete these point. Team will complete these point because team has to know regarding the story point how much story point they will complete. There is discussion with the product owner or their agreement with the product owner, but team is responsible or team should giving us how much story point they will complete in the first sprint, and then they will start the work on that. And on daily basis there is daily stand up, daily stand up, daily stand up or daily sprint. It is depend on the terminology, which terminology you are using. Sometimes we call daily stand up and more of status meeting or follow up meeting, and there is three question. Daily stand up facilitated by the Scrum Master or servant leader, and he will ask these three questions: what we have completed yesterday, and what we are going to do today. Is there any impediment? Is there any impediment, roadblock, or risk? The Scrum Master will shield the team from impediment, from problem, from roadblock, from risk, and he is empowering the team. He is empowering the team. He encouraging the team. Then there is daily stand up, and Agile is more of a mindset. Agile is more of a mindset, and there is mostly we are using a co-location. Co-location in Agile there is co-location environment. There is co-location environment, and team consists of 7 team member plus minus 2 team member. 7 team member plus minus 2 team member in Agile, and there is osmotic communication. In Agile there is osmotic communication. What is osmotic communication? You and me are sitting together and I am talking with someone on the phone and you have overheard. It's mean natural flow of communication. Natural flow of communication. There is cave, cave and common. There is cave and common. Cave if you want to do some personal work, or if you want to do a work where you will not be disturbed, you will go to the cave. And common, where every can perform the work, where every can do the work. And this is a normally 10-meter area or 33 feet area at one floor. They are working at one floor. And we try to hire or we try to hire a team, a T type leadership. We try to hire a T type leadership, the person who have depth knowledge in one field and he have knowledge of other field. And I type leadership, the person who have knowledge, depth knowledge in one field, who have depth knowledge in one field. And simple type of leadership, the person they have knowledge all the field but they does not know in detail of all field. And then we keep on working, keep on working, keep on working, and after that we will do sprint review. We will do sprint review. Sprint review is more of a product demo. Here we will give a product demo, and before sprint review we have our own checklist. We have our own checklist. According to that checklist, we will check the product is completed. This must be in product, this must be in product, this must be in product. After that, we do the sprint review where product owner, customer or sponsor will come there and check the product according to their own checklist. They have their own acceptance criteria. According to that, they will check our product. If they accept the product, it will go to the release planning. If they reject the product, then the product will go to the product backlog. This, if they rejected, if someone rejected the user story or some user story are not completed, because you know Agile is always 100% of work. There is nothing 99% or 98% work. If someone rejected or some user story are not completed, it will go to the product backlog and we will reprioritize the backlog. This reprioritization is called the grooming of the product backlog. This reprioritization is called the grooming of the product backlog. And user stories are putting, we are using 3C. We are putting the user story on card. There is conversation on the user story and confirmation criteria of the user story. And user story is acronym of invest. Acronym of invest. The user stories are independent. User stories are independent. One user story are not depending on other user story, and they must be a value. User story must be a value and small. The user story should be small so we can complete in one sprint, and that user story must be testable. That user story must be testable. If user story is large, we call them epic. We call them epic. We break down that user story so we can complete in one sprint. When sprint review is completed, after the team sit together and they will do a sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective. This is more of a lesson learn workshop. Sprint retrospective is more of a lesson learn workshop. We will do root cause analysis and we will also check how to improve in the next sprint. Sprint retrospective is have 5 stages. Sprint retrospective have 5 stages. Set the stage. Team will come there and discuss regarding the last sprint. Set the stage. Gather the data. We will gather the data during entire sprint. We will gather the data during entire sprint and generate insight. Generate insight. We will do root cause analysis. We will do root cause analysis and decide what to do. We will decide 2 or 3 improvement we will do in the next sprint. And there is format what we should do more of, what we should do less of, what we should do start doing, what we should do stop doing. And close the retrospective. Close the retrospective and thanks for everyone, and everyone can go back to their work. This is all about Scrum. This is all about Scrum. First, we collect the requirement in form of user story, and that requirement product owner will collect that all the requirement in form of user story. Then team come there and team put the story point on user story. What is story point? Story point is effort required to complete the user story. And then we will do daily stand up. Daily stand up is a fundamental of the agile. Inspection, adoption, adoption, like that, the meaning of the daily standard. Then we will do a sprint review, where we will give a demo to the product owner and customer or client or sponsor, and they will check according to their own checklist. If they accept, it will go to the release planning. If they reject, or someone reject the user story, or if the product owner or customer will add the new requirement, they will add new requirement at that stage. After the sprint review, they will add the new requirement after the sprint review. That is a stage where new requirement we will be added by the customer or by the product owner. And then we will do sprint retrospective. A sprint retrospective have 5 stage: set the stage, gather data, generate insight, decide what to do, and close the retrospective. Thanks everyone, and everyone go back to their work. Knows you knows regarding agile each and everything. If you have not subscribed my channel, do hit the bell icon and subscribe my channel if I will make a new video in future, so you can get the notification on new videos, and you will watch those new videos, and you will learn more about PMP, and you will share my this video with your friend, with your colleagues who wants to do PMP within minimum possible time and within minimum fee. I have a 2 session. First is one-on-one session, and beauty of one-on-one session is it will be customized according to your requirement, and fee for one-on-one session is comparatively very less in the market. And I have a batch session, and first batch of 2023 will start on 13 of January, 13, 14 and 15, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And timing for batch session is according to Pakistani time at evening 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So if you are doing a job, you can join easily my batch session. Batch session totally 6 days, and next week also Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This mean 20 of January, 21 and 22. And I should make sure you will be certified PMP within 1 month after the training. And you can join any one program as suits you. Meet you there. See you. Bye bye. Take care, and thanks for watching this.